everyone, welcome to Storytime with Andy. We love to read here and we love to draw. So the book we're going to read today is called On the Night You Were Born, and it's all about just how excited your family was when you finally showed up in the world. So it talks about just how excited they were, how the world felt different, how the wind even knew you were being born, and so it's just a really sweet way to celebrate you being part of this world now, okay? So we're gonna read this, we're gonna draw, so bring a crayon, marker, pencil, something like that, and a piece of paper, and we'll draw after we read the book. But before we read, I wanna say a special hello to two cousins, to Jameson and Charlie in North Carolina. I know that when you guys were born, your parents were so happy that you were now part of this world, okay? And I hope you know that. All right, you guys ready to read? Here we go. On the Night You Were Born by Nancy Tillman. On the night you were born, the moon smiled with such wonder that the stars peeked in to see you, and the night wind whispered, "Life will never be the same," because there had never been anyone like you ever in the world. So enchanted with you were the wind and the rain that they whispered the sound of your wonderful name. The sound of your name is a magical one. Let's say it out loud before we go on. It sailed through the farmland, high on the breeze, over the ocean, and through the trees, until everyone heard it and everyone knew of the one and only ever you. Not once had there been such eyes, such a nose, such silly, wiggly, wonderful toes. In fact, I think I'll count to 3, so you can wiggle your toes for me. When the polar bears heard, they danced until dawn. From faraway places, the geese flew home. The moon stayed up until morning next day, and none of the ladybugs flew away. So whenever you doubt just how special you are, and you wonder who loves you, how much and how far, listen for geese honking high in the sky. They're singing a song to remember you by. Or notice the bears asleep at the zoo. It's because they've been dancing all night for you. Or drift off to sleep to the sound of the wind. Listen closely, it's whispering your name again. If the moon stays up until morning one day, or a ladybug lands and decides to stay, or a little bird sits at your window a while, it's because they're all hoping to see you smile. For never before, in story or rhyme, not even once upon a time, has the world ever known a you, my friend, and it never will, not ever again. Heaven blew every trumpet and played every horn on the wonderful, marvelous night you were born. The end. All right, everybody, we are going to draw. We're going to draw from our book On the Night You Were Born, and I'll show you what page. We're going to draw this very first page right here. We're going to draw this window, and we're going to draw the moon, okay? So it's going to be lots of lines and squares. Circle for the moon, and then we'll put some stars in there too, okay? So I'm gonna set that aside and you guys can follow along with me, all right? Now, we are going to take up a lot of the page, but make sure you leave room to write the title somewhere, okay? So most of the page we're gonna take up, so come almost all the way to this side of the paper, put your pencil down and make a line down almost to the end and stop. And then you're gonna come over to the other side and do the same thing. And stop, you want them to be about the same size. And then you're gonna connect these two with a line across, okay? So ready, here we go. There we go. And one more. There is our window. Now we have to draw the glass part in it, okay? So it means we're gonna draw a square here. We're gonna go like one square here, one square here, one here, and one here. And they're not quite gonna touch, okay? So I'll give you an example. Come to almost the middle of this line and put your pen down, and then we're gonna draw a square. Stop right about there. That's about the middle, okay? Come over, don't touch that line. Come back up, don't touch the line. And then come back over. Good job. All right, so we're gonna do the same thing that we did here, over here, here, and here. Got it? Where should we start next? You wanna go down? Let's go down. Okay, so come just a little bit below this square and put your pen down straight down. Ah! Stop right there. Okay, then we're gonna go over, don't hit the line, and then up, don't hit the line, and then all the way over, boop. Now we're connected. We've got 2 right there. We need to do 2 more over here, right? So we're gonna do the same thing. Don't hit these lines, but come just inside of them, okay? So line down, stop. Line over here, look out. There we go. Line down, stop. And line over. Here we come. Boom. Okay. Then 1 more final square. You guys can do this. Down. Ah! Stop right there. Over. Don't hit the line. Down. Perfect. And over. Nice job. So you should have 4 squares. 1, 2, 3, 4. And it's kind of looking like a window, right? You know what's going to make it look more like a window is if we draw something that is on the outside of the window, like we're looking out at, okay? So we're gonna draw the moon, and it's super simple. It's gonna be a circle. Now, I'm gonna put my moon in this window. You can put your moon over here, down here, wherever you want your moon to be, okay? I'm gonna do mine right up here. And like I said, we're gonna draw a circle, okay? So draw a circle. Don't take up the whole square, but you can make it pretty big. There's my moon. It's a full moon, right? Best kind of moon. All right, there's our moon. I'm gonna draw a little bit of eyes and nose and mouth. And you can see, like in the book, there's a moon on every page. So there's our moon right there. We've got moon right there, moon right there, moon there. It's on every single page because this is called On the Night You Were Born, right? So you can just barely see the details of the moon's face. He's got, you know, a mouth, some little squinty eyes, and a tiny nose, okay? So that's what we're gonna draw. We're gonna come to about the middle of our moon, make a straight line, and then kind of a little U underneath it. There's his mouth, okay? If you wanna draw, if you wanna draw like a little tongue, you can, okay? Now we're gonna draw some squinty eyes. So you can just kind of draw like that. Just like a little U, okay? And he's got a tiny little nose, so we're just gonna draw little nostrils just like that, okay? And there is our moon. All right, now we're gonna draw some stars. So there's a couple different ways that you can draw stars. I'll kind of walk you through it on a separate piece of paper, okay? So I'll do it real big so you can watch. The first way to draw a star is like this. You draw a straight line like that. So it kind of looks like a lowercase t a little bit. And then you draw an X right on top of it. So you can draw a star like that, or you can draw a star, this way is a little bit tricky, but you make a bunch of V's, okay? So if you can make this shape, you can draw a star. So you make one like that, turn your paper a little bit, make one like that, turn your paper a little bit, one like that, turn and turn. And there's a star, okay? So you can do it that way. Just a bunch of V's. Sometimes this always looks like a star to me, that like this is the head, these are the arms, and these are the feet. Like you could almost like draw a little face there. Or you can draw a star another way. So start your pen right about here. You're gonna go up like you're drawing a triangle, down like you're drawing a triangle, but don't come over to the list to this line. You're gonna come over here, all right? Then do straight line over, then connect this to that, okay? It's like a 5-step process. I'll do it bigger too. Up, down, left, right, down. Did you catch it? Let's do one more time. Up, down, left, right, down. Okay, so these are all the ways that you can draw stars. You just choose whichever way you like. Whoops, just dropped my pencil, everybody. Okay, I'm gonna draw a couple stars over here. I'm gonna do like a bunch of V's. And you know, stars aren't really shaped like this. They're drawn like this in books, but you know, stars stars don't really have this shape, so whatever shape you make them, it's probably gonna look great, okay? All right, so there's our window with our moon, and now we're going to write the title of the book, and it's gonna be called On the Night You Were Born. So I'm probably gonna have to split it between up here and down here. You can kind of do it however you want, okay? So, O-N-T-H-E-N-I-G-H-T, on the night. Y O U W E R E, on the night you were born is B-O-R-N. On the night you were born. Good job, and you can put a bunch more stars in here. You can draw some clouds if you want, whatever you think would be out the window the night that after you were born, okay? Nice job, everybody. Okay, friends, that was such a sweet book, kind of like a great book for a bedtime story, right? Just, you know, really sweet, kind of quiet. And I hope you had fun drawing. I'd love to see your pictures so you can have your mom or dad put them up on Instagram or Facebook, and that way I can see your drawing from today, all right? Okay, everybody, thanks for tuning in, and as always, stay well and keep reading.